Hello, everyone. It is a members stream, and I'm just sending out the links now. So if you guys are around, I also have to share this on the Twatters. Hello, hello. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Live now. Check out the community section if you're a member for the live stream. So for those who are joining for the first time, this is a members live stream. We do this once a month, usually at the beginning of the month. It's been a little crazy. So I didn't do one last weekend, but this is the makeup for last weekend. All right, so link is up in the communities and on locals as well. So if you can join in, and then we'll see what shenanigans we get up to, because I have no freaking clue. It's gonna be a surprise. Yeah. Also, it looks like I'm choking out poor little Mark Tanooki. I need a better hair tie or like some way to strap him in, because this is not. Poor guy looks like he's getting choked out. Poor guy. Sorry, Mark. Boop, boop, boop. Or Markio. I call him Markio because he looks like Mark Tanooki. Mark the Tanooki. He really does look like him, doesn't he? Except green eyes. He'd have green eyes, so yeah. Yeah. Hello, we got Smoo in the chat. Anthony's over here as well. And Tara, good morning. And Ricky, hello. He looks like he's hanging. He's literally hanging from his neck, so. Alrighty, so let's see. Hello. Knight of Barsoom. We're live. We're live. Okay. I can hear something on that end. We'll see what happens. Are you there? We're getting there. We're getting there. It's okay if you're shy. It's okay if you're shy. But anyways, welcome. Hopefully, well, I don't know where you're from. I'm having my morning coffee. I went to the dentist. They told me I have a lot of coffee stains on my teeth, so I've been trying to drink through a straw. It's been a struggle and a half. I guess technical difficulties? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Oh, is that you? Smoo in the chat? That's Knights of Barsoom. Cam not working. Are you Bob? There's someone named Bob in the back. It's okay. You know, you're amongst boomers. A term I love giving to myself because I feel like a boomer. I know Gary's technically not a boomer. He's a Gen Xer. But when the technical difficulties happen, it always sucks. You feel so stressed. You feel so stressed. I hate when that happens. But it's all good. No, that's not you? Okay. Okay. Drinking, if it bypasses the coffee on the teeth, you won't get the stains as much. Which is what I do with lemon water too. The lemon water is supposed to help drinking it all like that. Oh, your audio's not working? Okay, that's fine. And we got Alan in the back as well. Lots of technical difficulties. It's all good. Hello, Wayne. Hopefully everyone's having a lovely Easter. Marlar Moon. Thank you. Is that My Little Pony in a Sailor Moon outfit? Did I get that right? Did I get that right? I love that. That's like childhood right there for me. Freaking love Sailor Moon. I think I should do that as a cosplay. I just don't know which one. I'd probably be like Sailor Mars. I'd love to be Sailor Mars. It'd probably be the easiest since I have black hair. I don't think I would want to do the blonde hair with the pigtails. I don't have enough hair for that. Not enough hair for that. Oh, we lost him. Oh. Yeah, don't turn your camera on. We don't need another Gavin McGinnis. Oh my god.
Sorry, I have no idea how to use this thing.
No worries. You're here. That's all that matters. Hello, Wayne. Welcome.
Thanks, X-Ray. How's it going this morning?
It's good. It's good. Is this your first? This is your first time joining.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm scared to death, honestly.
Why? Oh my god. Don't be scared. Don't be scared at all. Honestly, how I feel about just like in general the world, even celebrities and all that, they're just normal people doing their job, doing their thing. They just are known for whatever it is. I'm just known for being silent / chatty on my own streams. But it's all good. Oh, Marlar brings a good point up here. I'm known for the Sailor Mars on the F&T intro. Facts. You want the legs shown off? Hey, maybe one day. You know, cosplaying is like, it's really expensive. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of how expensive. I want to learn how to sew all the costumes myself. That would actually be really exciting, because last night Shad was showing some of his designs of outfits, and I am obsessed with the images he showed. I would love to cosplay some of the stuff that he has envisioned on his vision board. So hello.
Yeah, you're not going to catch me cosplaying anything.
Hello, Hal.
Oh, I just gotta set up here. Yeah, I just can't hear right now, so it's just gonna be a few seconds.
No worries. No worries.
Hey, you guys had some great streams yesterday. It was good stuff.
Which
all day long.
Stream? Oh, all day long.
All day long across the Geeks and Gamers stuff. It was great.
I haven't watched G&G Daily much. I like pop in, catch like a tiny little bit, and then I'm like, I gotta go. I got things I need to do. So
yeah. Well, I caught Nerdrotic stream yesterday too. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, he did Picard, right? No, that was Thursday.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet. Oh my god, everything. I feel like I watched Gary. No, it's factually true. I watched Gary more than any other streamer because it's part of like the job, and it feels like a lot. Like all I watch is Gary. Hello, Smoo. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. Ready for I don't know.
Hi, Smoo.
Hey.
I get scared. Hi, Andrew.
Who's getting scared over here? Huh? Who?
Me. It's gonna go off the rails really quickly. You never know.
It's a member stream. You never know what happens.
Do not show your members. That's all I ask. I'll show you my members clearly. But you can't be pulling out yours. That's all I ask. Please.
No way that's happening.
No, oh my gosh.
Yeah, not to worry.
Imagine that happening.
Hello.
Hello, Hal, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm good now. Yeah, I always hate those settings, you know?
It's all good.
It's all natural, man. It's all natural.
When it comes to setting up stuff, technical stuff, goes over my head absolutely. And you should have seen at the beginning when I started streaming, I'm like, Mark, what do I need? What is in a computer?
Why is computer? Why is it not working?
What am I gonna do?
Give me help. Give me tech support, please.
I need all the help. He's like, how much RAM do you have? What is RAM?
What's a RAM? Yeah,
What is RAM? What is a motherboard? I don't know.
It's very confusing when you first start using a computer and you get all these terms thrown at you, and you're like, I can't remember all this crap.
No,
There's no way.
not. Absolutely not.
So yeah.
Somehow I managed it, and I still don't understand what any of it means. It works. It works.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. So, wow. Alan says, Ram, we don't own any goats. I would love goats. And then I put them in cute little pajamas and have them hop everywhere.
Yoga.
Knit them some scarves and stuff. Always works.
They're so cute. And then they're so adorable. And then we have goat's milk. And then, I don't know. I don't know how to milk a goat, though. I'll just milk anything. Like
Goat's milk soap.
Huh?
Goat's milk soap.
Yes. Oh my God.
True, yeah. That works too.
Goat milk soap, and they're just adorable. Imagine my little puppies running around with little goats everywhere. Aw. Well, say that now until one of them poops and steps in it.
See Jojo and Rocky bossing them around on the field like.
No, it would be Jojo. Rocky wouldn't care. He'd be like, "Cool, you look adorable. We're just gonna hang out."
Dogs are all right.
But yes, how are all of you guys doing?
Doing quite all right. Can't complain.
Yeah, it's going pretty good.
At least. So yeah.
Happy Easter to anyone who celebrates. Hopefully you guys had a good yes, Andrew Matthew, goat yoga.
Yoga.
I would love to do goat yoga.
Sounds
Maybe Goga.
So X-Ray,
Yeah.
when are you going to chop off the leg on Mark?
What?
That's right next
You
to you.
what?
You got a mark.
Oh
You
my
got
God!
Mark just to the right of you.
I was like, I have no plans to chop Mark up. That's cruel.
But he can't
I
be
go,
Mark with
"Is it
2
your
legs.
question?"
He needs a prosthetic.
Does he
Oh, you
need
said-
a prosthetic though?
Does he though? I don't know.
Maybe I'll put like a little sock on him. I'll make it look like okay, this is
Yeah.
Velcro. It's not the same thing as a sock, but it kind of looks like his prosthetic leg.
Never fails. Never fails.
This might look a little like his leg. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Andrew Matthews is picking on Mark. Poor Mark.
Ableism. How
Oh,
dare you?
yeah. How
dare
dare you
you,
be so
Andrew.
ableist about Mark?
How dare you?
Makes me think about Jeremy Renner, right?
Oh, poor Jeremy Renner. Thank goodness he's like at least kind of well off so that he can get the medical stuff to heal him up faster.
Oh man.
There you go. Is that better, Andrew Matthews? It looks like he just broke his leg.
Yay!
Hey, I broke my leg.
I'm not cheering for the broken leg.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia, I broke my leg.
Poor Mark.
It's like an aircast.
Has anyone seen the new Mario?
Not yet, but I'm planning to. And
No,
I'm
but
quite
I'd like to.
excited do so.
I loved it, but then again, I'm a girl, and I feel like that the movie is made for. Oh my God, this is not working out very well. The movie was
feel like-
probably made for me.
I feel like it's also a question of whether or not you've played any of the Mario games too, because I think I picked it up on FNT yesterday that if you're a complete normie who doesn't know anything about Mario, you're pretty much lost with the entire movie.
I would say
we're also
lost, but you wouldn't get like there's just references everywhere in the movie to the games and whatnot. So like when I was watching it, I'm just like thinking like, oh my God, they just did that from the game. And like I'm not a huge gamer from when I was a kid. I played it lightly, but like other stuff with like the Mario Kart was just so exciting. It's just like they hit you in the feels a lot, and you're just like, I remember those struggles. I remember doing this. I remember I'm the only one laughing so loud. Poor Mark. This is him reacting to things. And I go, yeah, I did that. And like one of my favorite parts was, do you remember when there's like multiple green pipes and you're like, I have to figure out how to go forward? There's ones that make you go back. So there's a situation that happens like that. And I'm like, oh, Yes, they understand my struggle. The struggle I had.
I can't pick. It's too difficult. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, but overall, like I'd say, like Odin's definitely eating pineapple on pizza. People are gonna enjoy it, and like kids are gonna freaking love this movie more than Frozen. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so. The thing is, everybody was like, "Where's Odin? Is he dodging the pineapple on pizza thing yesterday?" And he was like, "Nah, he's got family obligations."
He's got family stuff. You know, this is his this is a big holiday for the
Right,
the religious. So all I could think about yesterday was the thumbnail I have for Conan. I'm like, this is a bad day for my thumbnail. Someone nailed it across. Ooh. Don't come at me. It happens in the game when you intro into it, okay?
Yep. Rapnat says in the chat the last movie he watched in theaters was The Force Awakens, and that was like 5 years ago.
Was that the first one of the three? I always forget.
It's the first one. That's the first one.
I watched it. I watched it, and well, as most of you guys know, I never watched any of the next ones because I just didn't attract me, didn't excite me, and I'm kind of glad I didn't.
I haven't been into anything Star Wars for years, to be honest.
Yeah, I went to see The Last Jedi, and I wasn't.
That's the last one, right?
No, The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh gosh.
And after The Last Jedi, I just wasn't interested anymore.
Nah. You dodged a bullet, did it for me?
Yeah, so I've heard.
Pineapple. Oh no. Why? We have to kick Smoo.
What? Okay, bye then.
I'm kidding. Yeah, we tolerate people that don't like pineapple on pizza here. Just tolerate.
Not too sure about that one. Oh well.
But yeah, the whole like, it was interesting on a normie perspective, seeing how people have lost interest, people as myself, in entertainment before I even realized why I lost interest. Well, and I'm becoming an adult, I'm getting my job and my career and worried about housing and life stuff, and it just was in the back of my mind. I just didn't like it. I thought maybe I'm just growing up. It's not
you
just
outgrow
that.
stuff at times, don't you?
Pardon?
Especially when it comes to like, you tend to outgrow stuff after a while sometimes. Especially when it comes to things you used to love.
It's
the same with kid shows. There were shows I used to watch as a kid. I wouldn't be able to watch them today. It's just not for me anymore.
Did anyone, when you were younger, making your own lightsabers, yesterday during the conversation, they were talking about how they would get like PVC pipes and whatnot. I was so cheap. We got toilet paper rolls.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Empty toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls, and then stuck them together to make like the most ghetto lightsaber ever. And you would redo the fights. I mean, this is just also playing like knights as well, so it was kind of a bit of everything. It wasn't just specifically Star Wars, but like we'd have epic fights with toilet paper rolls. It was so fun.
I used to put neon
I lived in the
colors
rural South. We just had to find a straight stick in the yard somewhere.
A stick in the yard, just a flashlight, cardboard and duct tape.
That works.
Yeah.
That works.
This is a good one. A pool noodle.
Right.
It's a little floppy, but no,
Who
it'd be
says the
hard to
lightsabers have to be straight, right?
What?
Who says the lightsabers have to be straight, huh? They can be floppy.
I mean, what are you, 2023 Star Wars right now? A little angle.
Look at modern day Star Wars and their lightsabers. That says everything you need to know. And I watch Kenobi, so yeah.
Oh, why would you do that?
The things you do when you're in love. Let me tell you. That was a thing I went through because of let's say obligations.
Oh my god, love.
I would never do that again. I would
love
never do that
hurts.
again.
Oh my god. Mila, by the way.
That was the worst experience. Hi, Mila.
Hi. I'm gonna drop this in the Nerdrotic Discord mod.
Because you watched it for love, how did the other person take it? Did they enjoy it, or did they spot the flaws like the lazy
she
gate?
was.
Or could just
I
walk
would
around
say-
it?
I would say she enjoyed. She was more of a Star Wars enjoyer than I used to be. She was much Mando and everything beforehand, so she was kind of expecting it to be shit. I didn't, and I was like, after a while, I just checked out and just looked at random Pokemon cards online because I just couldn't be bothered watching the show anymore. And
But you collect Pokemon cards still?
sometimes I do, yeah.
What
I
was
don't
the
have
last
that
one
many
you got?
left. I think it was a random pack of cards. I can't even remember anymore. They're somewhere in the box anyway because I moved places quite a lot since then. So last time I bought some was like 4 or 5 years ago.
I would love to collect. I just don't have the space and time to collect.
Believe me, it's a very costly hobby these days,
Yeah, well,
especially when you have the old school cards. So
I'm trying to just manage plastic crack right now, and already
you're doing pretty well with that one. So you keep at it.
I got okay. So this is not technically plastic crack, but I got a new Gundam, which is exciting. I just got it because of the wings. It was pink and adorable.
It looks good though. It looks good.
I have 3 Gundams.
As you're holding that up, the big tip for plastic crack is finish the ones you're making first.
Yes.
You're so tempted to go, oh, I'll get some more, I'll get that, I'll do it later. Just finish the box that you're doing and paint it all up, and then it'll take a lot longer, and you won't just end up with 72 boxes of unpainted figures that you'll think, I don't know where to start sometimes.
I'm gonna do everything. I have too many art projects I want to do. So the 3 Gundams, the plastic crack. Oh, I got new brushes too. And then I have paint by numbers. I have a paint by numbers Attack on Titan that I want to paint. I'm so excited. And tons of puzzles.
I saw you talking about Attack on Titan with Lofty the other day. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Do any of you watch?
I watched the first season, but nothing after that. I have to catch up a lot.
Season 2 is not as good, but it progresses to become better. And then when you go to season 4, because it's a new animator studio, it's a little jarring at first, and you're like, oh, I don't really like the animations. You get used to it.
It's season 4 is not the final
No,
season,
there's multiple finals. So it's like final part 1, part 2, the half movie, and then apparently, allegedly, the last part is coming out whenever.
Right? Sometime.
But it's funny because we were on FNT, we were talking about how animators, it takes time to do things and it's very tedious. I've never worked for an animator studio, but Attack on Titan came to mind. I'm like, I will wait for good product. So if you want to just take your time doing that, great. I don't mind waiting. Like Game of Thrones, even though Gary says it's a mistake to do it 2 years, I'm okay waiting 2 years for good Game of Thrones. It's gonna be better than Rings of Power. Heck yes.
I'd rather have quality than having it rushed, to be perfectly honest with you. It's the same with I heard that the studio does Demon Slayer that got their budget cut. So for season 2, their animation budget was a lot less, let's say, generous. And you can tell with the animation that some of that they had to cut corners every once in a while. It's a shame, especially when you've seen the movie and you're like, holy crap,
the movie was
good.
Amazing. But I think because the movie came out during COVID, that's why. Yeah. Otherwise, it would have done so well.
It wasn't even in cinemas, and you don't really get that many anime movies in cinemas these days.
No, it should have been in cinemas. It should have been. I would have loved to see it on the big screen.
Agreed.
Unfortunately.
It's a shame because there's some things out there like the Demon Slayer, the show, for example, you shouldn't watch on the phone because there's so much detail in the scenery and everything that you tend to miss things out in the background, and it's a shame because you don't pick these things up on a small screen.
Exactly.
And, I mean, I love anime, but I get very selective when it comes to watching certain things these days. And that quote down there, take note. It's very important.
No, good things take time.
Absolutely, and they should.
Yeah, so I'm glad they're taking their time at least for Attack on Titan, or as much time as they need. And then we'll have to see what other stuff comes out for that. I'm excited for anime though. I mean, anime is becoming so big.
Mm.
Much bigger than I thought it would.
Its own good. It's too big for its own good sometimes. But then again, it's a nice alternative and a good reminder that there's still good stuff out there, and not just crap animation like from the West usually. I mean, if you look at modern cartoons, for example, best example is Velma, or I don't know, Steven Universe, for example. They all look very similar in the art style department because a lot of the people who worked on certain shows are taking over other projects, and that's you can tell. It's very jarring when you see don't see the difference anymore because everything looks so generic and sterile. It's a shame.
Did you watch Velma?
I watched none of it. I watched Disparu's videos though.
Disparu's video, okay.
Those were enough for me to say like, yeah, no, I'm not going to watch this.
I feel like Disparu, the more he watches crap, the longer his hair gets, and that's like the sign of his stress. And then when he's ready, he'll cut it. When he has
like, screw this, I'm cutting it off again.
I feel free.
It's even funnier when you see there's a flashback in the latest Gotham Knights video where he cuts back to him saying something from episode 1 with the long hair, and in the current video he's got short hair, and it's like, is that the same guy? Can't be.
He looks vastly different with his long hair versus short hair. It's
insane.
I mean, I personally I prefer the nicely done hair, but hey, Disparu clearly don't give an F about it.
No. So, I even asked him once when he was in your chat, like, how do you put up with all this crap? And he's like, I don't. I just laugh at it. And haircut is restart. Yeah, I agree with that.
He needs a restart. I'm glad he got it. Oh my gosh. Hey,
I think it's funny when Gary calls him a lesbian all the time, and I'm like, well, he's technically not wrong with that haircut.
Hey,
to be honest.
I blame Chrissy for that.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Chrissy, I don't think Disparu would have ever been called, with his lesbian haircut.
Never, ever.
Maybe what we should get. If Disparu was very open to it, we should get Disparu an Asian wife that'll take care of him so that he doesn't need to think about things like this. Yeah.
Just make sure she doesn't shove him into a washing machine.
Wait, what?
Just saying. Have you seen the racist Chinese advert where a Chinese woman sticks a black guy into the washing machine and he turns out to be Chinese when he comes out? Holy shit, that's the most racist advert ever. It is on YouTube, yes. It is the most racist advert I've ever seen. And people think America's racist. Watch that.
Let me tell you something. Asians are extremely racist. The Chinese in Viet, extremely racist. I would know because I grew up around a lot of them.
I grew up with them. Yes.
Grew up with them. And let's just say that the first generation that moved here, oh my God, listening to my parents, sorry, parents. Some of the things that they used to say, oof. You think, Americans, just by the microaggressions, the amount of talking. It was very, very bad. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what was which inappropriate Full Metal Jacket reference are you talking about? I just watched it. But
probably the one from the start of FNT with you as the prostitute.
Oh, me love you long time.
I gotta say, yesterday's intro destroyed me. I was wheezing all the way through it yesterday. I just couldn't. It's even worse when you're at work and you have to like try to keep it down a little bit, but I just couldn't stop laughing. It was really bad.
Yeah, the FNT intro is amazing. I don't know if some of them were new. I know that one, the Full Metal Jacket one's not new.
The Chewie one was new though. When
Chewie?
They was looking at the Lego Chewbacca.
Oh my
I think
God,
that one was
patting its bum. Oh my God, Jay, why would you do that on stream?
It was even funnier when you threw this brew under the bus yesterday. I was like, "Oh, Jay, don't do this."
Oh no! Oh my God, Jay, the most innocent guy ever.
He meant well. He meant well, but he did the worst thing possible.
Disbrew gave me links to. You're like, no, Jay, stop! It's like watching a crashing bus. And just like,
how does Jay do that? I mean, I really don't.
I don't know how he does it. I have no idea how he does it.
I think he
he means well, but he
genuinely didn't think that was going to be like a moment where you're like, maybe we don't talk about that. No, you say Disbrew shared his password. Even that is even better than.
I think Jay's problem is that his tongue is a bit too loose sometimes. Hey, Ruben.
Oh, hello.
That's what she said.
You told that about me. No, I'm joking. Hi, Ruben.
I know nothing. I know nothing.
Ruben, you're looking more svelte.
I am. I've been working out a lot, and again, I'm finding. Again, I have essentially what I figure out what I have. I have lipomas all over my body.
Comas?
Lipomas.
Oh, lipomas. Sorry.
Okay.
But they're fatty and they're right under the skin and they're all over the place. Some could be benign, some are benign, some are who knows. The doctors want me to do more, but I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna fight it off. I'm gonna basically work off all this crap.
He's shrinking the lipomas and himself. That's awesome.
Exactly. But it's hard because again, I have myasthenia gravis. I've got nerve damage and I've got motor neural disease. All this, all autoimmune. But I'm basically saying, you know what? That's their label. My label is a toxic world. So literally, the only thing I'm watching now is FNT on Fridays, and then sometimes I catch you guys. But I'm basically been concentrating on Rumble. I'm going hardcore Rumble. I've been monetized there. I now have 5 channels. I have content out there. I'm pushing it out.
Channels?
Yes. Well, I've been on YouTube a lot longer than you think. I joined YouTube back in 2009, and I had a channel that had daily videos for over 2 years until I got sick.
Oh my God! Wait, so what do you put on these 5 channels then?
So I have one that's going to be, it's called My Conjecture. It's going to be about all the conspiracy theories, but actually going in and doing the investigation. So I'm actually going instead of saying, what's that snake mound lair? I'm actually going to go there and videotape and record and then go to the library and show you the documents. You've heard about remote viewing, MK Ultras. I actually had the documents. So a lot of stuff on that one. The second channel is going to be the weight loss channel, health and wellness, men's health issues. The next one's going to be not associated with, which is basically a riff on what they did to Jeremy and Geeks and Gamers. So it's going to be a not associated with. So the whole shtick is, you come on, I interview you, but I'm saying I'm not associated with X-Ray Girl. I don't know who she is. She's Canadian. Get away from her. And it's a joke. It's the joke aspect of it. I know, but that's why I'm going to interview you. It's going to be very simple. But again, the other thing here is the other side of that is, instead of the simple interview, how you doing? It's more like, X-Ray Girl, you want to come to America, but you have Mark. So we got to get you 2 down here. Let's figure out how to get you down here. So it's basically helping you not just interview, but help you achieve your goals. That's all.
It will happen. I have my I have my things that I need to do to get my ducks in a row. And there's too many moving parts right now to commit to that. Right.
Well, I would think that both. Well, since you were both in the medical industry, and you both were you both got the jabby jabs because you're in Canada. I would think that we'd let you more come here because, hey, you're healthcare, you're Canadian, but you're based. So it's like, well,
I can't work in the States doing my job in real life. I already lost.
That's the medical industry, and that's how they are.
No. It's not with the medical industry specifically. It's with the licensing industry. I cannot because I'm too.
That reminds me of Russian
I have
teachers.
5 years to take the test, and I'm past the 5 years since I graduated. But the thing is, in the States anyway, the pay is not as good for X-ray tech. No,
yeah.
It's actually $5 to $10 less.
Oh yeah, it's really bad.
It's crazy.
I know that especially.
Isn't that crazy? And then pension. No, I don't hear about pension as much. And what is it? You have less autonomy. Like I can do a lot of things here, but down there it's a lot of other people who do the major special procedures, which I like doing that stuff.
That's true.
Yeah, that's how I think it should be done. Again, I'm very biased here. Specialties should get paid more. Generalists should not. So then that's my thing.
You should be rewarded for what you're actually doing.
Yeah, meritocracy in a way.
Yes. Personally, I would love. Okay, if all healthcare did this would be great. Everything is commission based because guess what? Your worker's gonna be working a lot harder. Oh,
Yeah,
there's another X-ray coming in. I'll take that because I won't get paid. What is this? Anime?
Yeah.
I've never watched this.
It's a 90s anime. It's with mechs and everything, but it's really, really good. This is like I got this for Christmas. This is with the original dub from the 90s, and yeah, the Netflix. It got to Netflix, and it got a new dub in the end, and it's not as good as the original, personally. I think.
The original dub?
The original is really good, but the Netflix dub is not as good, despite being newer.
I love subbed more than dubbed for the most part. I'd rather listen to the original voices.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. There's something about the cutesy anime voices.
Well, I heard something that was very interesting that no one picked up, but a few people did. I didn't watch it. Didn't watch Squid Game, but I was told that if you watched the dub version, you would not get the context that the sub version did. The sub version actually, because one of the characters they said actually spoke in a different in a South Korean accent and a North Korean, so they're different. So that's what I'm saying. So that picks up people pick up on that, and I liked when a movie does that. When they had that subtlety in there that you pick up, because it's like a mystery movie, like back in the old days when you had the Agatha Christie or you had any movie that you would walk in cold and come out going, oh, nice. And
it's not just that though. Like the accents, they actually change the words and the meanings in conversations a lot of the time.
That's the point too.
Because there's a lot of examples of that, and like there's TikToks and Reels or whatever around that. Because Americans and what they're trying to teach, and Asians are very based. They don't want that over here.
Yeah, but you notice that.
You
notice that Asian families, their parents, they hear the whole tiger mom thing, and they go, you would probably be a very, you would want your girl to be very strong and not weak growing up.
Stunning and brave.
But you have a strong family too.
Stunning and brave.
No, but you have a strong family, correct? You have a strong family.
Well, it depends on what you define as strong.
Meaning that you depend on each other sometimes.
All the time. I love depending on my family.
They got your back.
I always know if anything were to happen, they have my back.
Exactly. And I think the other person that feels that way, especially because I can see in their demeanor, is Stephanie. Stephanie's very close to her family too.
I will say, something, because she's Mexican, right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay.
Hispanic, Mexican.
Hispanic families and Asian families are very, very similar. Back in the day, I dated someone Spanish back in my day. And just seeing how they were with each other, I'm just like, very much the same. Very, you don't think it is, but it's a very matriarchal, whatever the word is, family. You look up to the mom a lot. Oh my god, Mahler looks like he's gonna kill me. You look up the mom is what like holds the family, the glue of the family, so to speak. And like a lot of people try to still be like housewives in those countries, and it's very nice to have that. And people think like, it's all about the patriarchy, but it's actually like when you think about being a traditional family, it's a lot about the mom.
It is, but
there is
something interesting that you mentioned that, because it is true. I see that, but I never had that. I had the opposite, the exact opposite, because my father wasn't from a broken home. He got he didn't know his father until he was like 18 years old, and then my mother's side, it was kind of weird that she was named after a stillborn child that was born a year later, and then the mother, her own mother, said that your older sister who's dead now is more beautiful than you. Her entire life, she said that to her. It's crazy. So I tried to keep the family together until I basically gave up. When I was 10 years old, I said, I can't deal with you idiots, because they still fight. I don't talk to my brothers and sisters that much, because they still are in that hurt mode. It's crazy. And I've been on my own for a long time. So my first friend, it was actually my wife. I was 27 years old. I went without friends for a long time. And she's gone, so I'm back to myself being self again. It's just what it is. What it is.
And Ruben has had many adventures. We heard on the last stream.
Beyond.
We did, yeah.
Oh my God, I've been everywhere, basically.
Mr. International.
Mr. International. we got the American James Bond over here.
No, somebody said when you walked into the restaurant, you were like Pitbull. What do you mean Pitbull? The guy. Oh shit, I got it.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah, basically, they said it to me. I put my aviators on. I put them on. I put them away, but they looked and I walked in. And
oh my God!
Are you sure you're not just a stunt double? And you're not telling us.
No, but it was so weird. I did a video. You saw it. The guy I was with my barber who did we're drinking Hennessy out of a bottle. That's a serious guy. No, I bought those bottles because he basically.
What are you, Asian? Oh my God, we love Henny.
No, I am Asian too. I'm everything. I am again.
What's your Asian?
I'm Asian about, I would say, 20%. I'm 40% Native American, 10% Black, 20% this. I'm everybody. I'm not from India, not from Australia, but I'm based from everywhere else. I have a little of everybody in me. Even Irish.
Wow, a little bit of everywhere in you.
No, I would walk. My wife was Spanish Filipino, and we would go to a place, and they would say, "Why aren't you speaking Tagalog?" And I went, "I don't speak Tagalog because I don't know Filipino. I guess Tagalog's a language. And I went to the Philippines, and definitely I was like a gigantic. They're all small there. I said, "Hello, tiny people."
They are tiny. Filipino, like I think the smallest human beings I've met group wise were Filipinos and Vietnamese.
Yes.
Yeah. Vietnamese are very small people.
Which is so cute.
But they all spoke English when I went to the Philippines, and I was trying to speak Tagalog and nothing. And I couldn't do it.
I know hello. That's food.
Hello.
No, it's a dessert.
I know adobo, lechon, all the foods.
Adobo.
Adobo. My wife made the greatest adobo. When I had the first, what is this thing you've given me?
Yes or no to Filipino spaghetti?
I haven't tried them.
I would say yes. I would say yes only because of one reason why. Here, I only say yes because of one reason. I said no the first time because you know why? I would walk into the house for a party. I'm shit you not. They do this all the time. I would walk into the party or wherever they are, and they would go, "Here's some food." I'm walking in the door. Here's some food.
They're like insane with food.
And I would no, and they freaked the fuck out. I was like insulting them. So from now on, whenever I go, yes, I'll take the food. And I take the plate and I'm just holding it. And I'm like, oh God, I want to do it. I do eat it, but spaghetti, I prefer mine.
Yeah. So for people who don't know, Filipino spaghetti is like a sweeter version of the sauce, and they put hot dogs in it. I love it. I freaking love it.
Hot dogs. That sounds insanely
good. It's for kids.
Hot dogs.
It's for kids.
But I still eat it. I freaking love it.
But you're a kid.
Yeah, I'm a kid.
Well, you are a child, but still, that's an age thing, you know.
Let me see if I can find a picture of the one of my favorite restaurants because they.
But think about it this way, X-Ray Girl. When you guys were in Orlando, I took care of you guys, right? When do you think I mean? Just you know what I mean? Took care of you guys. But,
let's take care. Just in case.
Made sure that everything was okay with you and Mark. You know,
yes.
You came in. You know, because I don't like. Again, I'm very protective with people. It's my thing. whenever I go somewhere, I like a meetup, I'll just sit there and just look around. I watch the perimeter, and again, make sure that like Nick Weiser doesn't drink too much.
Nick Weiser never stops drinking, does he?
No, well, neither do I. But I don't fall over drunk.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, literally, because again, on St. Patrick's Day, there's a video of me calling into the Foul Ball Productions after FNT, the late night. I had gone out, met a girl I hadn't seen in 10 years, stayed with her, and then just had a good time.
Jollibee, so
Jollibee,
good.
oh Jollibee, oh my God!
Their fried chicken is excellent.
That place is funny.
Oh, can you imagine? This is your meal.
But it's so strange going to the Philippines and Manila, and then they have all the same restaurants, and then some that are slightly different. But it's all like America. They're gung ho for America there, gung ho. The people. And I gave the guy. I said he gave me some luggage. I gave him $5, and the guy thought I was going to offer him for sex or something. I was, no, just literally if you give him $1, they make $1 in about a week. So I gave him $5. So he's going, oh my God,
it's a life's wage.
I know, basically. It's very.
Maybe I should move to the Philippines then
it's
to do my job.
Hot there. It's extremely hot. Here's how hot it was. I was so hot when I got up, I was sweating. So I took a shower. I wiped myself off, and I was about to get dressed. I'm sweating again.
Wow. See, I'm okay with that type of weather. I mean, Vietnam, it's fine. I actually enjoy when it's like hot like that because siestas, I can live that life. I'm happy taking a nap when it's super duper hot. Mark would die. We would not survive in an environment like that. I talked to Nina actually about how her move was and whatnot. She says like she loves Mexico because, well, except when it's really hot because it's so cheap. The cost
she
of
moved
living.
to Mexico.
Yeah, she's in Mexico.
No, I know she's near Cancun, right?
Yeah, she's moved there.
From where?
Canada.
Oh, okay, you could do that. Yeah,
Just
I know.
came from Canada when it was still
right before the pandemic, I think.
Right before.
Don't quote me.
I believe she mentioned that. Yeah.
I have to talk to her about that because I'm thinking about doing the other things. No, because I have a lot of friends of mine. I have a lot of acquaintances I know that are very, very, scared, and they're actually moving to places outside the United States or away.
I would love. Okay, so if you guys could move anywhere, this is a fun question. Where would you move? No costs associated. Don't worry about that. So, where would your idyllic paradise be?
Probably Iceland. I mean, it's not. Yeah. I mean, it's a very remote island when you think about it, but it's a really, really beautiful place. Now,
I would love to move.
For years.
Okay, this is just because I love Spanish culture. Is Argentina. Like I love the food. The people are so kind. Not into a city. It would probably be a small town. But I also have to learn Spanish too. So.
No habla español?
No. Un poquito.
See, you sound good. You have to learn Spanish.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I learned a little bit when I dated the Spanish guy, but that was like so long ago. And I really love Latin music.
They're not so kind to us English now.
No, why?
They hate us. They hate us.
Wait, why? Explain.
No, the Falkland Islands, which they call Malvinas. They tried to take it back by force and lost.
It didn't work. They weren't forceful.
They're still very salty about that.
Okay.
What about Hal and Wayne? Wayne, where do they want to live?
Probably northern Montana in the mountains, or
okay.
Or maybe BC around Vancouver. That's really
BC is wonderful. The
really
culture is really relaxed.
Yeah. It's it's really beautiful up there. It's be hard to match those two places. For me, anyway.
And how?
I would love to go to Japan, but I don't know how it would be compared to reality. So it's one of the places that's so different that I would want to experience it before you move there.
That was my initial answer, and I kind of guessed you would have said Japan, but Yeah, I would have to go there a few times before I can actually make the judgment of actually going there, to be honest. Como se dice en español.
I loved Italy.
Oh, there you go.
My
They're
Spanish is
actually-
rusty, but, yeah, I get that.
There are actually places in America and the world that will pay you to move there.
Alaska
Yes, Alaska's one
and
of them.
northern Canada technically is the same.
Yeah. And then I had the list right here. Basically, it says here West Virginia, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Topeka, Kansas, Newton, Iowa, Hamilton County, Ohio, Shoals, Alabama. That doesn't sound bad. My God, get $10,000 to move
Like
there?
how just like a
Wait, I'll send you the
bonus?
link. I'll send you the link right here. Just put it in the chat.
Like is it like a bonus? It's just paid out once you move? Because
Yeah, over time and all that stuff. Because I've done that before. There are actually countries that do that. I think but Bahamas does that, Belize, Uruguay is a nice place also. I've been researching, but for me personally, it depends on what I would like. I want some place where I can have land, where I can garden my own garden, collect my own water, have hydropower. I set it up myself as I'm designing a little home for myself. So I know what I want, so I'm looking for it. And either it's going to be in Texas or Arizona, because I love Arizona, Flagstaff area, the mountain area, where it's kind of cold, not too hot. But the stars at night, to see the stars at night is beautiful. Have you seen this? No air pollution, light pollution, and you see those stars as they are meant to be seen
in Patagonia, or like when I go camping, like
there you go,
in the very outback. Oh, it's gorgeous. The first time I did it at a national park in Canada, and I was so mad because the week before the Northern Lights were there and we missed it by like 3 days. So mad. I've never seen them. I want to see
No, those
them.
are that's surreal. It's surreal when you see it. It's very surreal. But you actually camp. You actually
yeah. So I do. So I don't mind camping in Ontario. It's fine. It's not great. It's enough to get what you need out of it, but I prefer backpacking and going to places where it's super remote, where when I go, I have to bring my satellite phone to be able to see where I am. And it's not even because I brought the satellite phone for myself. My brother's like, no, you're bringing it because I just want to make sure you're okay. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You want me to bring this thing? I'll bring it around. And
you need to go hiking with McKenna.
I've heard she big hiker. I don't know if we can settle on. I have something planned for August before the UK meetup. That's a hike, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be, I think, 10 days.
Oh, wow.
No internet. And I already told Gary, and I'm like, Gary, I'm so sorry. Like, if anything happens, I won't be able to help you. Not very well, at least. So.
Yeah, but that's good. You do camping, in that regard, because I do that. I used to do that a lot, and I want to go back to doing that, where you actually go out to the woods. You have your backpack. You got to set up your camp right away. You've got to set the fire up. You got to go eat your food. I mean, real camping. Go out there, kill something, and bring it back.
Yeah, that's
so
more
talk
my.
for a moment. Sorry, just talk.
I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Ruben, you're fine, but Smooth sounds like a little mouse. No, we can't understand you. Yeah, he sounds like a chipmunk, right?
It's very weird.
It's almost like the Miss Piggy voice without the.
It's the FBI. Hello. It's actually like alien speaking to us in code. I think.
You might have to change. Yeah, check your audio. Sorry, I interrupted. Back to camping.
X-Ray, there's some lovely hikes near where Az lives. Clav lives in the Pennines, which are low hills. Well, used to be high
I want
hills,
like
but
crazy
glasses.
hills. I want like summer, winter, all that. Like the Patagonia hike was the hardest hike I ever did, but the most satisfying because it was the most beautiful. For those people out there, my feet were disgusting after that hike, but well worth it. Well,
Snowdonia is a pretty crazy hike.
Sardonia?
Snowdonia.
No, I'm gonna Google this.
Wales.
Hmm.
It has the
See.
tallest. No, that's Ben Nevis. That's not
Irie National Park. I don't know how to say that. Irie.
Wallace.
Irie.
Wallace Peak.
Let's see some images. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Should I go in the winter or the summer?
Can you guys see me okay? Is
Yeah.
it better?
Yeah, there you go.
You
Smack.
you sound proper now.
Much better.
Don't sound like Miss Piggy anymore.
Hi, Nomi.
No me. Hello.
I want to be like the Beatles. I want to go to the foothills of the headlands.
Foothills of the
Ooh, that looks
Headlands.
good.
Where's that?
It's a reference from a yellow submarine.
Is that a movie?
It's
Yeah,
the Beatles.
The
Yeah.
Beatles.
Oh,
I think we find ourselves in the foothills of the headlands.
So about that Leonard Skynerd X-ray girl.
Skynerd. Yeah, Leonard Skynerd.
Wait a minute here. Hold on. I heard this.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Wait. This is for serious. X-ray girl. The Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Heart. I can't even say that album. I'm flustered. You need to learn your music, woman. Jeez. Classic music.
Yellow.
Again, you're behind on movies, and now you're really behind on music. Come on.
Music.
Hey, I mean, I'm a fully functioning human for the most part,
Yes.
just have no reference to entertainment.
No.
That makes sense.
No, but it'll change your world if you listen to good music, classics. I've been re-listening to a lot of music. Going through all the Beatles albums, going through Elvis Presley, going back through all the way back, because a lot of the songs, even now, I find out, they sample old songs, but they don't even sample and they don't even play it like arrangement of it. They take a sample of the actual track and just plop it in theirs. It's so lazy. Reminds me of somebody else I know, like Marvel.
Well, the lyrics in itself, if you even analyze lyrics from back in the day versus today, the quality is just not there.
It's not. There's a little subtleties sometimes, especially with innuendos and songs back in the day. You don't get this overtly sexual content like it is nowadays.
You had class, you had flair, you had charm. Gentlemen of there are no gentlemen in the world. I'll be the first gentleman in the world. I'm a nouveau gentleman in the way. I go around telling people, "Hey, how you doing, guys? What's going on?" I do it all the time. Here, I'll tell you this much. Here's how much of a gentleman I am. I went to see my doctor's appointment, and they gave me some bad news. Of course, whatever. It's all the same old thing. You're doing the wrong thing because I'm not going doing their path. I'm doing it naturally. So I'm driving home, and then I lo and behold, it's hot outside. My windows are down, but I've been trying to enjoy the sun. And then I look out the corner of my eye, and there's a person slumped over on the sidewalk, and it's a young lady. I turned around and they're going, "Are you okay?" And she basically was out skateboarding and she was dehydrated. She was 5 miles from her school. So I basically said, "Come over here, have some water." Took her back because she went out for lunch and got lost because she just moved here from, I believe, Connecticut.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, since no one's talking anymore, I will be the first one to talk. I'm the one first going to walk into the fold. So everywhere I go, I say, hello. I use my name because that's what I want people to know. It's me. And then I'm doing this, and I'm trying to make a difference one person at a time. And I have to do it this way because, again, no one's talking. But it's a good story. And every day, if we all do one good thing, just one for somebody else, it'll pass.
That's all you need, really.
That's it. That's it. One thing. I did 5 things yesterday already.
That's why, I hated that video of the girl that told the guy in the parking lot. I mean, even if he's creepy, what was the word she said?
I don't need any
Stay
help.
away from me. Do not approach me. And I'm just thinking, you don't have to go to 100 or 200%. Just be like, hey, sorry, I'm taken or whatever.
But also,
stop him.
With that video X-ray, it was in broad daylight, and I'm pretty sure the parking lot was full with other people. And if that strange man was going to do some harm to her, every girl has a right. Like, she would probably start screaming, and there would be people to go out and defend her, but she didn't have to be a jerk about it.
She's a complete jerk, and I hate that people are defending it, because it's like, yeah, it's a dangerous world nowadays, but like,
It is.
you don't have to be aggressive back right away. Now, if you say don't do that, and then he acts aggressive, then you can match his aggression. I think that's more than fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, who punches first? She punched first.
Yeah, don't draw first blood. And then like other people were like, maybe she dropped her wallet or something. I'm not gonna be like a jerk. And yeah, it's all about the demeanor. If he's gonna come to me like soft and gentle, then reply it back to him.
Yeah, I mean,
He was 30 foot away, wasn't he?
In all fairness to her, in all fairness to her, kudos for being aware, but her reaction was, even in self-defense circles, her reaction was pretty ill-advised.
It's too aggressive. Like, there are levels of escalation, as Anthony says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 30 foot away from her, and he said, "Excuse me, miss." So it was not as if he was right up in a personal space and said something, a sexual innuendo or anything else like that. He said, "Excuse me, miss, I'm 30 foot away."
Exactly.
And you want to know? But
Also, go ahead, Ruben. Oh,
No, but go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, it could be also the fact that we don't know. She didn't give much context about the man. It could have been a homeless man who was like, "Hey, like, can I have $1 to get something at McDonald's or something?" Or like a guy who saw her drop her wallet or something, like, "Hey, like, I noticed your tire's flat. Can I help you to go get air in your tire?" But yeah, like, she didn't give much detail about the guy. Was it a homeless? Did he need money? And I'll be honest, like, I'll be one of those girls. I'm one of those girls who, like, if a homeless person is approaching me for money, I'm like, if you're hungry, let me go take you to McDonald's, because I don't want to give him cash, because it can.
Well, let me get you something.
Yeah, it can go for cash or drugs. So I'd rather just feed him instead of feeling his addiction.
You can order anything you want. Actually, I did that to someone back, because in Toronto when I went to school. And they were standing outside of Tim Hortons. For those who know what Tim Hortons is, it's a coffee chain, very cheap, very similar to what's the
Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts, thank you. And I was like, "I'll buy you something. What do you want?" And he's like, "I want McDonald's." I'm like, "Look, McDonald's is not here. So if you're here, you're getting Tim Hortons."
Yeah,
he was so
Timbits.
snappy.
Oh, I love those. Gosh,
Timbits are
I miss those.
Oh, good.
No, I did some work in Toronto and Vancouver and Calgary. Calgary was a blast. Stampede is amazing. You have a lot of fun.
I wanted to go so bad one day.
Extra Girl, that's your event. It's kind of your people. It's basically FNT on steroids. If everything went off the rails completely, it's
the country
Stampede
people
is funny. It's funny.
Fighting.
They're fighting they fight all the time, fist fights. It's basically it's like what is it, Yellowstone? But take Yellowstone, but the big party. But again, what the comment regarding that, so this lady recorded this as it was happening, or was it after?
It looked like it was after.
But the point being, she's putting it online to basically say it's right, men are this way, because she sees it. For me, I have the exact opposite happen. I don't televise it. It happens to me. I'm sitting at a bar. Happened to me a week ago, and a lady sits down next to me, and literally she sits down, and I'm basically, my glasses are off. I'm relaxing. I'm not watching anything. I'm just sitting there having my drink. She sits next to me, and then suddenly I see out of the corner of my eye she's doing all this shit. And I'm going, "Are you okay?" And I go, "Miss, are you okay?" And then she goes, "Oh yeah, I am. How you doing?" And I'm going, "Fine." She's trying to hit on me. Okay.
Yeah, girls do weird things to get.
And then I basically, and I'm talking to her.
Sometimes they do.
I talk to her. I've been to talk to her, right? And then I noticed something. I'm going, "Ma'am, are you married?" And she goes, "What of it?" I says, "Good day." And then she gets all upset. She gets upset that I said, "You're married. Good day." Let me get him away. Go ahead. Go away.
So she got really offended that you called her out on it.
She got really mad. That I just having fun.
Why?
Fuck you. I told her. Well,
then she has to have a reason to get mad at you if you said
no. That was after. That was after. I said,
Oh.
She said, "What's so boy?" So she got mad first, and then I told her to fuck off, and called her a cunt. And no, sorry. And then and right there, and I said, "Good day, like, get out here." And it says, I'm not going to deal with your shit. Says, you have a husband, go to him. Don't. And I said it right in front of the bar. And I said, I was very like aggressive as it should be. And she got offended. She left.
Oh my.
Well, it goes both ways too. Like I used to work in a mall, and it was a store, but I worked several different, I guess, places for what the store would be. So there was the middle of the kiosk. So of course, when you're in the kiosk at the mall, you're vulnerable to talk to everybody. You're just an open target. Mm-hmm. And there was a gentleman. He was like way older, and the kiosk we tend to more women. He was there just hanging around and talking to every client that came in to get service. And it came to a point where he was asking 2 personal questions for my clients and to me. And I told him like, hey, like you had to leave. And he's like, no, my wife left me and blah, blah, blah. I was like, hey, I'm sorry. Like, this is not the place or the time. Therapy? Yeah, for therapy. Like, I'm sorry that your wife left you, but he was just making an excuse to like talk to the women there. And to the point where I actually got frustrated. It was like, hey, like, go to the bar. I don't care. You're right. You know what? I kind of don't blame your wife for like leaving you if you're talking to women. So, yeah, just go down the street. I'm sure they'll pour you something pretty strong. But yeah, he did not get the hint. So that's when security had to come in and escort him out.
I was about to say, like, at the next level would be security for me.
Yeah.
If he doesn't go away.
First be polite. Like, hey, like, please leave. You're bothering my customers. Second, like, hey, like, go over here. I'm providing him alternatives, but he didn't listen. It's like, all right, security, like, please get him out of here because my ladies are
escalation.
Yeah, my ladies, my customers, my female customers are not feeling safe.
That's
so
crazy.
I'm going to take anything to get them protected.
You have every right to kick him out then.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's
Easily.
true.
Yeah.
I've seen those. I've seen that too. I've seen a lot of guys as I go out to bars when I used to.
So what I was saying
travel
is
around.
like women, like, do your due diligence. Be gone flat.
That's me.
But like girls, do your due diligence. If you want to be nice and kind, be nice about it. But if it comes to aggression, then yes, like show it back to them. Because I've had plenty of experience of like men who don't get the hit, who don't read the social cues.
Oh my God. It's always the worst when you're drunk or they're drunk. Sorry, not when you're drunk, but when they're drunk and you're just like,
The
okay.
others are. Especially when they have no shame anymore.
You give them like a proper British kind of send off in a way where kind
What
of
is a proper British send off?
Well, I'm just saying kind of tongue in cheek. I going good day.
Oh, okay.
Good day, sir.
Goodbye. I'm leaving right now.
You've had your fair share. Good day to you, sir.
That's just be funny. That's my funny thing.
I actually implemented the what's her face, the blonde girl that did on the YouTuber which does the ugly face. I was like
Jenna Marbles.
Yeah. I did that for a few. It works. And then they're like. And they left. I'm like, thank goodness. When you're so crazy, they leave you alone.
Depending where I'm at in the United States, if it's a guy who doesn't speak Spanish and it's a place I've never been to, I just usually go to like, lo siento, no habla español, or no hablas inglés, no se puede ayudar todo. So like, I will speak Spanish, and that's when the wolf like leave
and then
me
they
alone.
get scared.
That scares them off rather quickly.
Yeah,
Oh
like,
shit!
she
Foreign
doesn't-
language. Oh no.
He doesn't speak
I love
English.
it.
Gotta go.
Yes.
I want. Well,
No habla español.
has it ever blown back on you where like
Yes.
all of a sudden they start speaking Spanish? You're like, crap!
Yeah, it's like,
Dang it!
I say a different word in my mind, but like I was like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm not interested. I'm sorry. But yeah, but I'm like nice. I don't know, guys. Like we have a panel of men here. When a girl rejects you, and we have some married men too, but if like how I did with this guy is like, hey, like I'm actually not interested in like talking to you. Like, how do you receive that kind of like feedback? How do you take that?
I don't take it personal most of the time because it is what it is. If she doesn't want to talk to me, then so be it. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
No hard feelings. I mean,
Fair. I think
It's
that's
Pretty
fair.
much the same.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable in your own skin, and basically you ask somebody you want to talk, and again you say you talk to them and say no, they're not ready for you. They're not ready
no
for
means
you.
no. Simple.
Yeah, that's it. You walk away.
That's just mutual respect.
That's it.
I love that.
Hey, Alan.
I have a question since we have a bunch of males here. Do you guys
my.
care how much a woman makes? Because I feel like this is a question I hear a lot in the manosphere. A lot of men really don't care.
Hell no.
No,
Doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me.
Not
doesn't bother me.
to be $0. You're okay with
Don't
that?
care.
For me, it's not about what she brings in. It's what value she brings to the relationship. It's not a monetary thing. It's more of a value thing. Because again, if I'm interested in somebody, I want somebody who's going to be at my level. So I don't care what they make. Are they going to be in the same drive? Are we we could be a good couple together? So if she stays at home and makes nothing, but she is the CEO of the house and she acts like the house is her kingdom, then yeah, definitely that's the kind of person I want. If she has her business partner, then do that.
Okay, well, then I guess like my follow-up question with X-Ray, I don't know if like you have any other questions, but I kind of want to ask like, are you guys okay for you guys to be the financial provider while she's either at home taking care of the kids or going out and buying the items to make dinner, food, or even if she wants to like get her nails done or get purses, like, are you guys okay with being the financial provider?
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care.
Actually, I'm looking for a traditional wife. I really want someone like Ryan says. I want somebody who's going to stay home and be pregnant all the time. I really do want to have kids now. Definitely. But again, I get the whole meme, but for me, it's important for if she says I'll stay, I'll take care of the house, I'll do everything, and you provide. You go, 100%, I'll do that. Because again, I want my home to be what it is, a home, a sanctuary.
Yep.
I go out to battle work and I come home and I want to have a lovely home, not a home where someone's going to be yelling at me all day for not doing anything. No, you're here at the home. You're doing everything here. It's your job.
It's even worse when you're the sole provider. You come home and all you hear is, all you do is work. You don't have time for me. And it's like, well,
if she says that, no. But there are 4 qualifiers for that. Number 1, if she asks for a ring, leave her.
Oh,
if she wants a ring, if she wants a big wedding, leave her. She's not worth it. No, because again, Rick's girl. Why do people have big weddings? Why white?
Why white?
Yes.
Sorry.
Why
like
white dresses?
The dress? You mean?
Why? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, why white what?
I know, like we're not both not white here.
Okay, the reason it was white is because Queen Victoria got married and the press ate it up and then told everybody that you have to have the same type of wedding. So the wedding industry was born. 2, the ring, it's a diamond. Diamonds are worthless. The De Beers company owns all the diamonds. So they are telling you, they're forcing you have to spend 3 months' salary. It's another ploy of spending money that's useless. So that's when those are just 2. And then again, there are other things that delusions that women have and men have too about what marriage is. It's not about, they think it's about love and this and that. No, it's about finding the right person for you that's going to fulfill what you're doing for your life. Don't try and find someone to fulfill your heart. Like, I need this. No, you don't need that. You need to love yourself first. That's it. You have to get your own shit.
That's the basic. That's the basics.
Get your shit in gear first.
Yes.
And again, but again, the thing that men were told to do was go out there, build something, you gotta get off your ass, work hard, establish yourself immediately. Because at 18, my dad said, "Break the plate, you're done." And I said, "Yeah, I'm on my own." I said, "I was on my own." I left, and then I struggled, and then finally at 22, I went to Chicago, and I failed there too, and I came back. I failed many times, and at 27, I said, "No, I'm doing this time." I got out there, I did it. Because I had to do things on my own. Mm-hmm. Again, I didn't. It wasn't again. But then I made my businesses and I've built them up. I've had many successes, many failures. But again, I keep pushing myself, and my wife appreciated that. She saw me when I married her. She's my first woman ever, and she was going to be a nurse. As a Filipino, would be a nurse. But then she said, "Hey, I like what you're doing." So she quit nursing, and then she went to school. She went to where did she go first? Roosevelt University, got her bachelor's there. Then she went to DePaul and got her MIS degree and master's in information systems. So she pushed herself, and I knew the answers to all the classes she was going through, but I didn't help her one bit. I kept on pushing her. No, you see, it's right there in front of you. The answer's right there. Keep going. So she appreciated that. And what did she do? In fact, she would, if I was working at home, she would bring me breakfast to my office without me asking. There you go, favorite, whatever I want. My clothes would be washed and pressed all the time. Even though I washed them myself and I insisted, she would just do it because she knew I was busy. And that's what I'm kidding. And somebody who's like that. And she was abused by her husband. She was separated 9 years. And then she came out of her shell for me. She came out to me. She asked me out. And I said, I was a young kid. So she was 18 years older than me. And I was 27, she was 46. So yeah. So then that was how it started. And I appreciated her. And I said, I'll marry you. And we did that. Because I basically, when my parents did not want us to get married, they didn't show up. They didn't talk to her ever. Not one bit. None of my family did. And none of her family did until her children had kids. And then I basically said, go ahead and go with that. And she did that. She went out with them. And then they basically were trying to take her away and do all that stuff for me. And then, and then when she passed away, she was not even talking to them. I reached out to them. And now they are trying to sue me for money that she supposedly has that I don't have. So I don't. There's very, very big, very, very bad people. But again, you do what's right, and then you to find the right person in life. But you have to love yourself first.
Do you feel that this value has gotten lost over time?
They have, because again, my generation was the first Generation X, and Gary talks about this. Generation X was the first generation to do worse than the previous, and there are multiple reasons because of that too. I'm going to talk about on my channel, like the idea that the fact that Vietnam was started by the United States. We started it, and it was a dual problem. Number one, they sent out our best and brightest to die unreasonably, and the people in charge now are the draft dodgers that are now in charge. Two, they went after the black families. They gave the drugs. Again, all the drugs that are in the black family, the governments are doing that. Put them in there. And again, I'm going to show you the proof on my channel. And again, it's all a systemic idea. They talk about it in like Boys in the Hood. Why do they put alcohol in the black neighborhoods? Because they want to keep them down. It's bad. It's not systemic racism. It's a systemic, the economy. And it's not capitalism. It's basic on both sides. Both sides do it. The communists do it. The capitalists do it. European does it. They are basically they want you to have a subscription service to your life, essentially. And they basically destroying everybody's lives and making everybody stressed out. And then they have to turn to drugs and sex and this and that, and they can't get it, so they stay at home. You lock them in. So we're not physically connecting with people, and now we have crises. People are self-deleting, like on Mad, and we have, unfortunately, because again, there are trans people. There are real people out there that have real issues. Yet now they are basically, it's a subculture that is now infecting everything. And that's why I'm basically saying, no, don't do that. If you're legitimately trans, then I support you. We have people in the fellowship as trans, and there were people at the meetup in 21, a whole gaggle of them, all having a good time. And I sat down and talked with them for about an hour, and I did not dress them as who they were, who they are. There are people that came there at that bar having a good time. And again, they didn't, and it was not about agenda. It was about having fun at a meetup. Okay. And it happens. It still happens today. But again, love yourself and love others. The hate has to go. That's all I'm saying.
In order to love someone else, you have to love yourself first. That's the basic rule.
Now,
if you don't do that, then you have a problem.
I have a follow-up question.
Go ahead.
So if you have been married, say 15 years, you built a life, and for some reason the marriage, there's a dissolution. Do you think a woman is entitled to some sort of alimony if she's a housewife?
No. I would say no. But I don't know. I haven't been married yet, so I can't say.
If the two of you built something together, then
no.
Maybe, but in general, no. If she's.
Well, what are the circumstances? Like, did she go out cheating, or just did it work because they just bicker a lot and there's just no resolvement?
The family, because with cheating, it's pretty, like, I would say if the guy cheated, she was faithful. I think she probably deserves like a little something, but I don't know. It's hard.
Sorry. 80% of the divorces out there. Now I'll get the figure. I'll put it up on my channel.
Oh, I know it's initiated by women.
Are initiated by women, because a crisis happening to the man. Either they lose their job, they have a mental breakdown, or they're having issues personally. The
Personal
man
crisis.
is the conductor of the orchestra. The orchestra is the woman. Woman without a man is just like
Mila.
a gaggle of hens, like the View.
Oh wow,
Man-
I'm here.
Yes.
Mila.
Hi.
Sorry. Hi, Mila.
Sorry, I didn't realize it's live. I'm like, am I on backstage? Go on.
No.
Go on.
No,
Sorry.
and then the thing is that men's health issues are not talked about, because again, here's what happened. And I'm being truthful. This happened. I was working late one night. I came home. My wife was upset about a lot of things, and she basically got angry and lashed out, because she told me that she lashed out at her husband, and then she did the same thing to me once. And I was like, what is going on here? Because again, I work outside the home a lot. Between 2003 2007, I was constantly on the road. I came home like maybe once a month or once every 2 months for that period of time. And I came back and she was not feeling well, so she wanted me there, and she got upset. They called the police. They arrested her, not me, because she threw something at me and I got cut. And I said no. It's just it was an accident. They arrested her. So what happened is when they contacted social services and contacted me. What they ended up doing, the ladies were calling me and basically saying, "Can I talk to your wife?" or "What's your wife's number?" Because they thought they made a mistake. They thought that the domestic abuse was me abusing my wife, but it was the other way around. So they were constantly trying to get me to go into counseling. I said, "It's just one incident. Nothing bad happened. You get out of my life." So that's the whole thing. They get in the way. And when that happened, I basically said, I told her, it's like, I know you're dealing with a lot with your kids, because her kids were really, because her ex was back in the same city, and they were dogging her and saying, "Come out, let's go out to have dinner." And then they would go, and then he showed up because they were trying to get her back with him. It was really, really sick. They were trying to do that.
I can't say something. I mean, I don't mean to interject, but
No,
with your
Go ahead.
question there, X-Ray girl, it really, like I said, circumstances and context matter.
Yes.
Absolutely,
because
they do.
How you asked, like, if women should get a little something if the marriage didn't work. There's a current situation in my life. Well, I wouldn't say my life. My cousin. Sheila may know about this because Sheila has some experience in the military, but my cousin is married. Her husband is listed in the army. He is currently overseas right now serving, and she recently discovered that he is cheating. He has he basically has another family in this other country.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he has kids. My cousin, they both have kids, 2 little boys.
No.
So when she found out, like, she kept her composure and she found who this other woman was. And she played it so well. I gotta give props to her, because if it was me, like, hell have no fury.
Latina Ray.
Yeah, hell have no fury. But she kept her composure so well, and she was talking to this other woman, pretending like, "Oh yeah, like, I'm his like friend from high school or whatever." So she like played it, like made some stories. So she was getting all this intel from this girl, this other woman, and he found out like that they were communicating, and it went really south fast. And of course, obviously, they're getting divorced.
Guilty.
But since you're in the army, like, it is illegal for you to cheat on your spouse, especially if you have another family while you're an active service member. So he's in the military. He's screwed. Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, that situation, I definitely think she like deserves, like, okay, besides cheating, like, I definitely think that, the person who cheated on their husband, wife, whoever, they're in completely the wrong and need to make some sort of, I guess, retribution, if you want to call it that, if needed, especially in a housewife or house husband, if whatever.
Yeah, and that's what my cousin is. She was just literally the housewife, just took care of the kids, was at home, and thankfully she's in the States. She's stationed not that far from me, so I can like take care of her. But they've already made an agreement about going their own ways, and he has to pay for child support, like their education.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's in the military, and this is something he did, and
That's
she has
part-
all
yeah.
evidence, and it's not civil. That's something I can say, that they're not civil with each other about the circumstances.
I mean, it's
where
I have another story that's exactly what Ruben was talking about.
Mhm.
And I was married, had a really good job, and about 3 years after we got married, my wife had there was a history of mental illness in her family, and and she had a breakdown. And I mean, it was serious. She had to be committed, and she was unable to work for about 3 years. And she after we got sort of everything, the therapist and everything got her to where she could function again. She goes back to work, and she's making about half of the salary of what I was making. And after we'd been married about 10 years, and I was injured and was unable to work. And a year later, she divorced me. And in the divorce settlement, she wanted half of the value of the house, which I owned before we were married. She wanted half the value of everything that we had, which all that we had acquired essentially nothing while we were married. Everything we owned prior to getting married. Fortunately, the judges saw it reasonably, but that's just in my situation, at least, I feel like maybe she was trying to take advantage.
I think those types of circumstances where like Ruben outlined it, where loss of job, injury, and all that, those types of situations, I would definitely side on the person who was not initiating, because that's unfair. I hate when people say the whole like through health and sickness, and then clearly it's not that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happens in friendships too. Because my business partner was kind of funny. She had both stories. My business partner was married. Her husband cheated on her. She found out. Then she wanted to confront her. She wanted me to come along. I did, and then the husband of the woman we confronted too, and then. But I was listening to in the background. I was like, they were I was about 10 feet away, or not 10, 50 feet away. The guy that was cheating on her said, "How about let's get back and let's have sex too?" And she went, "What the hell? This was crazy." She didn't like it. But what's funny too? No, I'm serious. This is really, really weird. But what's so funny is, when then after a few years later, she decides to go have an affair. And they're still married. I know, it's crazy. I'm telling her that I'm telling her that there's a mistake, and then she gets mad at me that it's a mistake. Yeah, and then she basically this is right before the pandemic, and this is like October of 2019. She and her friends go after, because again the guy broke up with her, so then they go collude to find out what's wrong with what happened. And you're going on a wrong path. Find out that I was right. So then I told her that, you screwed everything up. She got divorced, and now she basically is like, she on her own, but she's now for some other guy probably. But the thing is that now she doesn't want anything to do with me because I was mean to her about the fact that he was cheating on her husband, because you're just doing what she did, and going, I can't deal with unethical people.
You were honest
anymore. Yeah, I was honest about it. Yep. And I told her, it says, you're going down you know how it felt to be cheated on, and now you're doing it now. And then your girlfriends, I called out her whole cadre. All you hens are now screwing it all up. And they were basically telling me to shut up because we're having fun. And I went, are you serious? All these married women are telling this other woman, since she's not getting it home, to go out and cheat. And I heard them say this shit, and I was very upset with them people, and they turned around and said, "Oh, because Ruben wants to fuck you too. What's the reason why." Yeah, and they basically that's in their head now. They all think that now that I was basically angry because I'm angry because you did something you shouldn't have done. Period. And that's why I'm saying I'm done with that business partner. And again, it's on her if she wants to come back, she has to atone for her stupidity. And I guess I'm just done with the whole idea because people don't love themselves. It goes back to the same thing. You have to love who you are and be comfortable with what you're doing. If you were trying to find somewhere else, you're looking at the wrong place. Look in the mirror and fix your life. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I just Mila put up a good question because I don't know if this is a thing in Europe. Alimony, it happens.
We don't have it, at least. Yeah.
Oh.
No,
So-
alimony's not. Sorry, go on, Mila.
It's okay. Yeah, if a couple gets divorced, they do pretty much 50-50 based on both of their wealth. Females don't have any preferences. Like in USA, it's pretty obvious that women have a lot of say. Also in the custody things, it's pretty equal. And it's just child support, and that's usually for the man to pay because the mother has the child most of the time anyway. So I think that's better system than the US alimony thing. Unless you're really a housewife, I totally understand. But otherwise, no, I don't. Especially now with the feminist movement. It's like, we have jobs and we don't need men, but suddenly you do need alimony. Like, what?
I look at a lot of the people that I know in that situation when they're in their like 50s or 60s and their husband divorced them. And this is people who I know where the husband initiated the divorce. And so they were housewives for their most of their lives. And then when it comes time that kids are out of the house, they might have gotten like a receptionist job or something because you lost your skills in the workforce. And so they're not making as much money. And they're still like doing it part-time. And if the husband divorces them and then gets a new young thing and you're like, oh, I would totally be on the woman's side to be like, okay, she deserves something because like she spent her whole life rearing your children, lost her skills to work, and then this is a very rare instance. I'm not talking about modern women, like taking advantage. I think they deserve like alimony because they chose to help and save money, not having a nanny and running the house. It's a very circumstantial. Yeah,
I fully agree.
Yeah, she sacrificed her life to be at home with the family. So yeah, what you said, she lost maybe she wanted to be a lawyer or something, but she chose her family over a career. So I think she does deserve a little something. Like, I contributed to the family.
I had this discussion with my ex-girlfriend because Nomi was mentioning the lawyer part there, and she basically didn't want to have children because of her career. She wanted to go to the high courts in Germany, basically, and the idea was if she would be pregnant and gets out of the job for a couple of years, her chances of getting there would be nil. Absolutely nil. And that's why she was like, I would rather focus on my career instead of having like having to rear around the kids all the time and wasting opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, women are different. Like there are women who are career driven and they want to get that. And if they're only focused on the career, then by all means go for it. But
absolutely, yeah.
And if you can find that significant other that will support you throughout the whole way, it's even better for you. But someone has there has to be a compromise if either the guy wants to have a family or the girl just wants to be the career driven person, but they don't want to leave each other. Someone has to give up.
There's no way to give. There's no compromising in kids. Like I've always said this, the two things that you have to ask is kids and religion. You cannot compromise those things for the most part. Like, are you gonna have a kid that's a Catholic and Buddhist? I don't think it's possible.
That's a tricky one.
I don't know. I was mixed between Catholic and Baptist, so mostly
Don't do that in Ireland. Don't do that in Ireland. That's all I'll say to that.
Oh no. Or like Islam, you mix Islam with anything, probably not. So even battleships. Oh my.
Oh my!
It's very interesting because I've mostly talked about divorce with the older generation, which is why someone in the chat said alimony was enacted because of that. It makes sense. Now people are taking advantage of this system in more of like my age demographic, probably, to get money from someone, and it's not fair that people are taking advantage because there are people who actually need this. Why are there so many selfish people out there?
The thing is, the idea behind marriage is a different one these days too. Most people get married due to financial advantages, especially, which is pretty messed up if you think about it. But that's usually the idea for most people of the current generation.
Yeah.
And the wedding for women.
With the idea that if it doesn't work, well, I'll just divorce him in a couple of years, or I'll just divorce her in a couple of years.
See, the thing is, we have like different tax brackets. We have like I think 5 different tax groups or brackets, and they change depending on your relationship status. If you're married, for example, and you're the higher earner, you have to go into bracket 3, for example. It's probably the same in different countries. But some couples just get married so they have these tax advantages because you have to pay in lower tax than if you were like a single person and you would be in tax bracket 1, for example. And it's pretty sad that value got lost over time, that you only get married for financial advantage. It's sad. It's really sad.
That's why, like for me at least, I don't care to be married in a sense. Like I love being married, don't get me wrong. If I make that commitment to my whoever I am with, it's still going to be the same whether I'm married or not. I made the commitment to you. Guess what? Through thick and thin, we're going to get through things unless something like drastic happens to change your personality. But like I obviously chose someone who has a little leg. So I know what he's kind of like in adversity. So it's kind of nice to have that little reassurance in your head. But yeah, I don't know. Like just people create like friendships, marriages. It's like a trendy item almost.
Yeah.
Did you meet him at the hospital?
No, I met him on Tinder.
Oh,
wow.
Really? Oh,
there you go.
Shit.
There you go. You can actually find love on Tinder, people.
Wow.
Times.
That's weird.
I mean, my last relationship, I found a guy
I'm not
on
normal. and guess what?
Who is?
I went on Tinder to boost my ego.
Oh my gosh, girl.
I started talking to him and I was like, hey, I'm getting off of Tinder. I don't need this anymore. If you want to message me, here's my phone number, and then we'll call it a day.
That's the way to go. Yeah.
So yeah, Mark was from Tinder. It worked out very well for us. So yeah, very rare.
Mark the Tinderborg.
That's
Mark
his name
Pimp
now.
Daddy Borg.
Mark the Tinder.
Pimp Daddy Mark.
Pimp Daddy Mark, yeah. He's coming over now. He's so confused. Are you talking about me?
I heard you're talking trash about him.
He's looking.
I'm just kidding.
Don't steal his leg. Don't steal his leg.
He gave one of his legs out at the Leno meetup, didn't he?
Pardon me?
Didn't he give one of his legs as a gift in the Leno meetup?
At the meetup? Yeah.
Yeah. I heard about that.
I have more. We have more legs to distribute if needed.
I'm good. I don't think I have any.
It's pretty heavy for a suitcase. Oh no!
Auction off the leg for
When
charity.
he brought it, I was just like, seriously, honey, you're bringing your leg on the airplane.
Your husband's bra face is on point, though. I have to say.
So you could kick his ass with his own foot.
Yes.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Oh, look at that! There's a leg.
That one we're not giving away. That one's very costly. Yeah, please keep that one. That one is that one's a mechanical one.
That's a different self-defense weapon right there.
It really hurts if he steps on you or kicks you.
Ooh.
Okay, I got the really.
I can imagine.
Okay, you brought it up. I got to ask the weirdest question of all time.
Don't.
You want me to ask it? You already know what I'm gonna say.
Just do it. Just do it.
So do you use the foot during sex?
Oh my god!
I knew you were going there. I knew it.
Just because it's battery operated.
Confirmed here, everybody.
Well, the one leg is.
Okay, everyone.
Yeah.
Never mind. No,
Oh
you know what?
my
You know what?
God.
Mark the Cyborg and X-Ray Girl are a great couple. They have
Yeah.
fun all the time in every way possible.
Mhm.
Confirmed. There you go.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. It you know what? Being open-minded is a great thing, and I think that not a lot of people are open-minded or open to hearing things, different things, and it's unfortunate because the whole kind of split left wing, right wing, and it's on both sides. I'm gonna put it on both sides. You know, people are very closed-minded. Like I'm open to listening to people who have different opinions. That's great. But if they have to say you don't have the same opinions as me, you're a ist.
No. I remember meeting you in Vegas because again, you walked in and very nice, and I said, "Oh my gosh, she's very, very, very nicely dressed. You're all like the blue dress you wore, very, very high heels. You looked because again." When you walked in, it was like you're walking into your prom, and you ran up to Tugs, and you were just having so much fun, and I appreciated seeing you that. But then you find out that you can drink and you party, and then going, okay, great. She's not based, my friends. She's Uber based. Both of them are.
Uber based.
Uber. I mean, the Uber, the
Uber
most
based.
Uber based, the highest level. Both of you guys are. Because again, I saw you again. I saw you guys when you were doing your chill streams way back in the day. I went back to see the videos, and I saw you see the dynamic. So then again, if anybody out there wants to know what kind of a good relationship is, watch her old Twitch streams with her and Mark, and you see how they. Again, Mark did that right now. Mark comes on your stream sometimes. You go on his.
Sometimes without pants.
But again, you're having fun. You're living a life, and you're enjoying it, right? You're enjoying your life right now, right?
Yes. No, it's just who said without pants? I don't remember who said. I didn't see who
We
said.
all did that. We all thought that. We all saw that.
Oh my god! That time I was like, Mark, put your D away.
He was ready.
I remember him walking in with just his underpants when you were playing Dead Space, and you were like, "Mark, put some pants on."
I don't need anyone to see that.
We didn't need to see it either, but we
did.
did.
We
He
did.
was like, "What's up, baby?"
Mark just doesn't give an F. No.
No, he really doesn't.
You don't.
No, he gives a D.
Oh my god!
Where's the drum? No drums? Where's the soundboard?
I don't have one. Oh wait, I only have a gong.
Wow. We're having new poor choices. We've gone off the rail.
Wait a minute.
That's all I got.
Now, do you use the gong during?
Oh.
We have a bell for that, Ruben.
No.
Okay.
What he do?
Are you ready?
Oh.
She strike.
I'm kidding.
Strike 3 times.
Well, you could basically be in the bedroom, and then Mark comes in and going, "I'm calling in for takeout. Can I do my order?"
That was the cyborg mating call.
Giving all my secrets away on stream.
It's all on you, girl. You have every control not to do this.
Oh my god. Oh no, Kevin scored.
Yeah.
I think Gavin.
He's got a lot of people.
I don't know.
He's got a lot of
I
people.
did not see this show live because I was doing something else, unfortunately.
Be
but
glad
I watched
you
it
didn't.
3 times.
Yeah, be glad because I saw that live.
I liked it.
Me
It was nice.
too.
It was one of the best episodes I saw.
I was falling
No.
asleep as that happened and then woke up when it did.
No, so it's funny because I was napping, but I was listening to it, and then I noticed the conversation was getting a little spicy, heated. I was like, okay, like he's kind of being a jerk. And then I woke up, and then next thing he's just like, "Oh, guys, like I gotta like I
gotta go."
I was like, "Oh my gosh, I actually did see that." So yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
that's the thing. But again,
that's how you're a jerk on stream.
You impressed him, X-Ray Girl. You impressed Gavin.
Oh, by having a healthy relationship.
Actually, have a job. Yeah,
By actually being
not
married
being-
and a nerd.
Not have, yeah.
Well, no, I'm not a
job,
nerd.
married.
I'm not a nerd.
Well,
I'm training.
Nerdish.
Training.
Nerdish. Nerd adjacent.
But aren't we all nerds in one way or another? What's your specialty? What's
I
like?
mean,
What
like,
you geek? What do you geek out on? What is the most? Anything of all?
Oh my gosh!
That you can
Self-dancing.
say.
See, I'm actually a nerd because I have my Pokemon cards here.
I
Thank you. Thank you.
X-ray girl is doing
Thank
Warhammer.
you.
Maybe I've never been a nerd then. 'Cause I don't understand. I don't. What do I do? I never play games. I never collect cards. Never read. Never owned a comic book. Never really owned a movie either. I watch movies. I listen to music. That's what I do. I collect books. Is that a book nerd?
I mean, well, like I see nerd. This is the battle of the internet. It's always about the definitions. What is a nerd? What constitutes a nerd? Like I grew up with dance, and that was like my life from 4 years old to like 22, 23, maybe 25.
Damn.
And so I did all types of dancing, and that was what I liked. I was in it. I did other things, athletic things like biking, soccer. Those are the main ones, the biking and soccer. And it was awesome. I loved my life up to I guess 25 when I'm like, I gotta concentrate on school. I need to make money. I don't have a man to depend on at this point.
Okay,
So-
a poll. X-ray girl started her own Warhammer army last week. Geek or not?
True.
Yeah,
True.
and
True.
you know
I
what,
guess
it's-
I'm learning.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. Well, I guess like what nerd. But you said nerd can be defined anything because you're a dance. You can be like super passionate about dance. You can learn all the different rhythms and everything, and that's nerdy. Like you're going way into it because you're learning about it. And then men who are, well, I mean, there's women, people who are engineers. They're nerdy because they're going above beyond the science and the math about it. So they're just learning. So they're nerding out of like gaining more knowledge. That's just my definition. Nerd.
There you go.
Yes.
So
yeah,
everyone is a nerd in their own right. I just in this sphere of things, I was not a nerd. I want that book. I want that book.
Nice.
It's huge. It's huge.
That's what she said.
Yep.
Ladies.
Yeah.
That's what they all say.
It's right and nerdy.
Well, I'm probably the biggest person here. I would think. I'm 457 today. And 6'2". Well, I'm 6'2". Well,
You're very
remember
tall. I do
when you
remember
met
that.
me, when you guys met me, I was 600, so I've dropped quite a bit.
Oh, that's
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I still got 235 to go.
Hey, it's just like Gary says with his addiction, a day at a time.
Yeah. What was it? I was in 5th grade. I hit 200 in 5th grade. In 8th grade, I was 300, I think it was. Yeah. So I was very big, very fast.
I mean, Ruben, question. Since this is probably, I don't know if this is something
ask
that
me
you're
anything, I
kind of
don't care.
dealing with now. Will you get the skin?
Yeah,
thingy
basically,
surgery?
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, what I'm gonna do, because essentially everything from like right here down,
Mid tummy.
it's a tumor. It's a tumor. It's a lipoma. It's a big lipoma. You know how people's guts are like hard? Mine's are not. It's soft. It's liquid. So if you put your hand in it, it goes all the way. It just
Yeah. I
there's no
remember when
mass.
I was in nutrition, they said that it's better to have the hard tummy than the soft tummy.
I have a soft tummy.
Yeah.
That's soft. And
that
it's
is
basically
good to know. Thank you for letting me know on that.
Yeah.
and all little lipomas and it looks like a cottage cheese. But it's tumors. So what I decided to do is I've already contacted a burned victim unit, and I said I want to have this surgery done, and I want all my skin to go to burn victims. And they said, and they said, I don't care about a scar because I'd rather have the scar there as a badge of honor that I did this because I wanted to help others because I know that my skin's going to go for a good cause. So that's what I'm going to prepare you to do. When
I
I get
didn't know
there.
that you could do that with that.
Yeah,
surgery.
because I contacted it because before I did this journey, I basically contacted a doctor and said, you know what? Once I lose all this skin, I'm gonna have it there. And then they said, what do you recommend? They said 18 to 24 months after you've reached your gold weight, then we can do the surgery. And then they basically said plastic surgeon. I said, no, I don't want a plastic surgeon. I want a regular doctor to do it right. And then I want the scar as a reminder of what I went through, and reminder of who now has part of me that they are going to have a happy life, because they're not going to, that's the thing for me.
Wouldn't
So I'm
you want
looking
a
forward to
plastic
that.
surgeon? Because then technically they're an expert at doing that type of surgery.
It depends. It depends, because I get very turned off by plastic surgery, because I know a lot of people, ladies, who are going under Botox and doing all this crap. I said no. I wanted, again. That's why if it's plastic surgery that does it, then if so be it. But I'm very much more like, you know what? I don't care about that aspect. I don't want to have to look pretty. I want to be. I want to get this
I just
thing
want you to have the
kids.
best quality, because they know where to put the cuts and all that. I feel like
yeah, when it comes down to porn, and I'll let you, I'll ask your opinion, because again, I'm more of I get turned off by medical profession now. Doctors that are not really out for themselves. They're very arrogant. My uncle was a doctor, or is a doctor. He's retired now, I think. Yeah, but he's very arrogant. And was I wanted to be. I actually did want to be a doctor, but I said I went to music instead. So. Science.
I think a lot of the new generation of doctors are really good. Some of them are very down to earth. Okay. The ones that I know, at least personally, that I've chatted with because they were nice people. There's some good ones out there. They're rare, but they're good.
Very rare.
Yeah, but the thing is that until then, I'm still going to have fun and do stuff. Because again, if it's a good woman, then I will, whatever. But again, for me, it's not. Again, for me, sex is not about penetration. Sex is about the intimacy. You have to have the intimacy, and if that connection is not there, then why are you with the person? Again, I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe I'm wired differently. Because for me, it's more about the emotional connection with the woman. The idea that you're going to be, as a man, you're not supposed to show emotion. And then at the moment where you want to be the most vulnerable is with this woman, you're going to show her your true self and imbue upon her the love that you feel for yourself, turn it around and give it to her. And again, my former girlfriend, it was too overwhelming for her. And I had to leave her because she turned into alcoholism. So, but again, love is love. And you have to love yourself first. So that's my message.
Mm-hmm. Well, people don't understand that. Relationships are to complement, not fulfill.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's why I'm doing on my channel. My Rumble channel is going to talk. I'm going to basically. It's a men's health issue too, because again, men are being marginalized, not being brought up. Even to have an opinion is to be toxic. No, and having an opinion is stating yourself. Again, men we're built to do things. We're built to go out and get stuff done. We're built to be aggressive and fight and get things done. And I do it in turn. I say poetically, and I wrote this poem when I was like 15 years old. I'll paraphrase it. Basically, it's like man itself is vile, violent, cruel, but the purified version of a man is a woman. A woman is creation. A woman is love. And a woman is purified essence, not the foul stuff that a man has to do. It's this purified humanity, pure creation. That's why women are smaller than men. I said this at 15 in a poem I wrote for that won an award. Because it's true. I believe it's true. I still hold my conviction today. And again, I have the scars to show that women who turned on me and did crazy things, but I don't care. Because again, I'm going to stay true to myself.
Oh my goodness. Dang.
Or at least I attempt to do something.
Do you feel like men are getting demonized these days, though? Like massively over demonized?
I agree. Yep.
It's a freaking shame, to be honest, that it happens so much.
It's the fact that people can't take accountability for a lot of things that happen, and you see that. Like when I think about this, it's like my friends and myself and teenage relationships. A lot of the same things that happened when we were teens are happening nowadays with adults, where girls, and this I'll put on my own experience, they expect you to read their mind, right? Mm-hmm. I remember getting in fights with my person I was dating, be like, you should have known that I was mad. What?
There is but there is a way to do this. You have to, again, I hung out growing up from I would just say up until 27, when I met my wife, my only people I associated with were my teachers. And most of them were women, so I got that. My mother was a teacher, so I associated with women, so I know what's going on with women. And growing up, from 27 up until basically until I met you all my friends were women. I never had a male friend. I still don't have a male friend. All women are my friends. That's it. But again, I understand women speak in two different ways. They speak what they say and what they do. They're totally different. They're bipolar. All women are bipolar, in my opinion. They say one thing and do another. So you have to look at both aspects. And when they're incongruent, they're not lying. They're protecting themselves. It's not again, women in this world, it's a cruel world, and women need to protect themselves. So yeah, they're always guarded. That's so good. You should be guarded all the time. And I know people right away who are guarded. Who is it? Stephanie's not guarded. Extra girl, you're not guarded. Chrissy is guarded. I can tell right away. She's a guarded person.
Are you sure I'm not guarded?
You weren't guarded. When you came to me, you weren't guarded.
Well,
There's a puppy looking after you.
No. But you weren't guarded. No. I mean, you were open to talking to people.
Yeah.
And being very open. You opened up yourself up very quickly. Some people take time. And again, it depends on your.
Not exactly. I consider myself guarded because I am in jobs where I professionally talk to people, where I have to make you feel comfortable.
Yes.
And there's a version, the open version of me, and then there's the very personal version. And like Mark obviously knows that side, and he can tell you it's very different, which is weird to say that out loud.
You're good at it. You're good.
It's the same for me though.
Yeah,
it's the same for me though. It's like there's nurse me, and then there's me. You know, it's like the professional me and the public me.
And again,
they're very different people.
I'm more intelligent than you think I am.
No, oh my god.
No. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying the fact that I know more about everybody here than you think you do. Because I see you.
Interesting. I need a report about this by the end of the day. Please tell me what you know.
I need to know. I need to change.
What do you think about me?
Well, what's the biggest secret that ever about X-Ray Girl?
You'll never find that.
Our name.
You'll never know.
No. In general.
No. My biggest secret you'll never know. For a reason. It's nothing like I think about the biggest secrets in my stuff. Like there's like surface level stuff that I would be open to talk about depending on who you are, but the deepest, darkest secrets.
Oh, I have no secrets.
That's a
anymore.
big foundation
really
of trust.
No, this is me. Basically, I said this to everybody. If you have a question, if you really want to know the answer to it, I tell them, ask me, and I will tell you the honest truth. If you think the question you think I will not answer, I will answer. I will answer it truthfully, and I guess again,
I believe you.
No, but here's the reason why. Is again, the doctors tell me that lipomas could be cancerous, but again, I say go to hell because it's about a money thing, and I'm doing it naturally through not chemicals, and I have people who in this space who are convinced that I'm not doing the right thing because the doctors know everything. I don't. I know everything. They don't. And again, I'm healing myself. And I again, if I were to die tomorrow, I die standing up, not on my knees. So that's where I stand. That's
Oh my God, Chad is like a savage right now.
We're trying to figure out what your deepest, darkest secret is, girl.
A great rally car. I mean, I've never drove a rally car. I'm a good car driver. I'm just letting you know.
I actually do know her secret. She's with the CCP. Just kidding.
What is that?
What twist?
J'accuse.
You're a Chinese spy. Excellent, good.
And also,
we have a spy in our organization.
The way I reveal secrets too also is through poetry. I hide things in code.
Thank you.
Just letting you know. So when my poetry comes out, there's hidden messages in every poem I write. Double meanings, reverse meanings, even the music I write. I write music. Sometimes I write a piece that will be you can play in a loop, or play backwards and forwards at the same time. Very complex stuff. So.
Interesting. I mean, I like art forms that reveal secrets as well. In general, that's why I love
that.
stories.
This.
Stories are the best.
See that?
What is that?
It's optical. It's a Penrose triangle.
Oh
shit! Sorry.
I like geometry. Yeah. Can you imagine this was my secret? I'm not actually an X-ray tech. I use Mark's handicap spaces more often now.
I mean, if I had that myself, if my significant other had the little parking spaces, I'd take advantage of it.
When we started dating, I refused to. I'm like, I don't need it. He's like, I do. I'm like, oh.
Just take it, woman. Accept it.
Like, you don't normally park. I know when you park in that space, you get in a $300 ticket. If you do. So I just never touched it. Now I'm getting used to it. At least when he's around. So, this was a fun member stream, guys. I'm so sad. It's like already come to the 2-hour mark.
Wow.
Yeah. Thanks.
I barely said anything.
Thanks for hosting us.
Yeah, this was fun. I'm glad to join last minute because I woke up and I saw the notification. I was like, I gotta get ready.
So then basically, this is a 2-hour mark for a stream. So then after this, Mark has to give you 2 hours, right?
2 hours of what?
Ring the gong.
I don't know.
No, he's getting ready for EFAP.
Oh my!
Yeah, guess what? This is the level of like priority. There's me, and usually everything else, and then EFAP.
Oh no,
Mark, you need to do an X-ray
dream. This is he has been wanting to be on EFAP since I even met him. Like, he told me about EFAP, and I remember talking about EFAP with my brother and kind of getting the context of like what it means for a lot of people. So, you know, I can relate with other stuff, I guess. Kind of.
What are they EFAPing this year? This episode?
Today they're doing Resident Evil 4 remake.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's his jam.
That's his jam. So I'm not gonna get in the way of that. That's a him thing. Let him have his happiness. This is not once in a lifetime, but it's becoming more regular with the gaming stuff. But it was once in a lifetime, and like I totally respect that. That's gonna be. You can take that as priority. It's fine.
And think about it, X-Ray Girl, and other women out there. If your man is a YouTuber or online, think about it. He's gonna be at home on a computer. He's not out running around. So you want to
know where he is.
You know where he is.
Yeah, I did a tweet about that, and I'm like, I'd rather date a nerd who's gonna stay home on Friday nights than the guy who goes to the bar.
Well,
being so controversial, X-Ray.
That shouldn't be a problem anyway. You just hide his legs.
You are aware that he can still crawl, right?
Yeah, he's very fast.
He's fucking fast.
Oh my god! Yeah, he would be great for like a Halloween, like a zombie on the.
No, we're being Tanooki, Mario, and Princess Peach this year.
Okay. Oh, this year. Oh.
Look at you two.
wait. We're doing a costume together. I don't care.
So then, are you coming to Orlando this October again?
I hope so. I'm waiting for the dates.
So if you do, it's going to be in October, as Gary said yesterday. So if it's true, then you got to dress up and do it in Universal because they're going to have the Mario thing there.
Yes,
I believe.
Yes.
So if you did that, you could do a whole spread in Orlando in October as those two characters.
I'm going to show you guys. He stole my bear sweater. He won't be able to wear that in Orlando because it's too warm. But this is him as close to Tanooki Mario, kinda. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to get the beard shaven off.
Canadian.
But do any of you have anything you guys want to promote or your channels, Twitter, anything? I'll leave it up to you.
Let me grab my thing. Just take anybody else?
I have nothing, but
Smoo has Feeding the Ducks on loop on his channel. Mm-hmm. Highly recommend you just have that on loop.
Mm-hmm. If you need to feed the ducks, you can go to my channel, Smooth the DJ, and you can listen to that
people
all
feed
day,
the ducks
every day.
to it all the time, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. You need the crying game next.
Smooth, are you an actual DJ?
That's a good idea.
Oh,
well,
who-
it's hobby DJ. Yes. Well,
all right, cool.
I do like editing stuff.
I was wondering because of your name. I was like, I want to know. I'll have to check your channel out.
I do like music editing, like video game soundtracks, and extend them. If I have like a piece of music that I like, I'll just extend it to like ridiculous length so I can listen to it while
That's
I'm
what
at
she
work.
said.
And yeah, I do like hobby editing. I used to like take out like certain artists from songs when there was like a cameo on a song. I just edited that person out and just pretended like the person wasn't on the song for years. It's pretty funny. I ruffled some feathers on Twitter with that, and yeah, I was semi-Twitter famous because of that.
Okay,
it's pretty funny. It's
well,
pretty funny.
I'm gonna check you out now on your stuff.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
So I put
Reaching
my
500,
links to my
so
Rumble
I might as well.
Oh, sure. I'll just pop
Ruben.
that in the
Sorry.
chat there. So
By the
that
way,
is Ruben's.
X-Ray, we need to kidnap you. Farron and I need to kidnap your husband to play some fighting games at some point. I'm just putting that out there.
With his stick? Like his fight
With his
stick?
stick. Yes.
Oh yeah.
With his stick. Get stick.
Yeah, I actually played. It's fun.
It's cool. I absolutely love it.
At the end of the FNT, I was a little tired. So halfway through the game, I had to like, I'm like, honey, my eyes hurt to stay open. I need to take out my contacts. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I'm having fun, but I can't. It hurts to have fun.
Speaking of contacts, can I just throw something in there? If you have like these contact lenses you can only wear for a day, please take them out at the end of the day. I work in ophthalmology, and I get a lot of patients who don't take out their contact lenses frequently and get an infection in their eyes.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really terrible.
I've
Disgusting.
heard that before.
I use
Take
the
out your
acid,
contact, people.
the cleansing acid. It's my
Yeah.
favorite because it feels so
Clean them.
satisfying.
Clean them regularly.
God, I had like the God surgery, so I didn't have to do all that.
You can get herpes on your eyes if you don't take out your contacts.
Ew.
Ooh.
Just putting that out there.
The
No,
nurse has
imagine.
spoken.
Thankfully, I have
Yep.
healthy eyes.
God.
Thankfully, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wear glasses every once in a while, but that's just due to being on the screen most of the time. So they're mostly for reading, but they help. And take care of your eyes, people.
Mm-hmm.
You only have one pair of eyes, and you can't get them exchanged. Just putting that out there.
Yeah. So anyone else have anything they want to?
You have mine out there or no?
Yes, I put it in the chat.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. No
And
worries.
you'll finally see my first video this coming week.
Yay!
Oh, nice, Naomi.
Yes.
Nice.
No, it's not going to be a Rickroll game.
Speaking of
Hey,
which,
you're not going to roll. Okay, so last week, and I'm so glad you fell for it, Corey. So last week on my Instagram, I posted a selfie, and it's like, I've posted my first YouTube video. Like, click the link to check it out. And when you click the link, you got Rickrolled.
Oh
Because
no.
last Saturday was April Fool's.
yeah.
Love it. Love it.
But no, go ahead, Corey.
Oh, so Rickroll Tugs in our charity stream.
Yeah, I saw that too. But no, for real, you'll see me on the first video will be posted later this coming week. You can find me on Twitter at Know Me Without You. That's what I have.
I need to follow you there.
Yeah,
Nice.
X-Ray. I had been up like 2 minutes when I saw your link, and I clicked. I had no idea I was going to be on live stream, but thanks for
It's
it.
young.
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I'd been up like 2 minutes. I had no idea what I was clicking.
He was like, I'm just gonna go here and find myself here. It's great. It's fine. I love it. Well,
Yeah,
it was a fun surprise.
I saw the link too, and I was like, oh my gosh, coffee can wait. I haven't got my coffee yet, so I just jumped on.
You need your coffee, girl. I'm
I
gonna
know.
get some more.
Go get it, girl. Go get
I
it, girl.
know. I'm gonna go make my iced coffee because that's been my trend right now.
Well, I highly recommend if you do that. If you like iced coffee, make cold brew. It's so easy. Get just a tea French press, and then just throw it in there with water and put it in there for at least a day, and then the next day you can just pour it out.
Okay, my French press broke, so I have to get a new one.
Yeah. Anyone
Pale
else
coffee.
have anything?
Nope. I got nothing.
Perfect. Thank you to you guys for joining These are getting bigger, so I'm excited having more voices. Yeah, it's this big at this point. I'm not gonna have arms wide enough to put y'all in this live stream.
It's big.
But I'm happy to have good conversation. I think we had a good conversation. It's nice to actually talk to actual people versus like, I mean, I love my chat. Don't get me wrong, but this is actually like a very organic conversation. I never prepare for these. Clearly, it just goes wherever.
And that's how you make friendships, because you don't know what the conversation's going to be.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was nice talking to everybody. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you, X-Ray.
Oh, thank you. It's also nice to hear people's voices because sometimes you don't like you imagine.
Yeah, Mila. Yeah, Mila, your voice is actually very beautiful. I love your voice.
Thank you.
I mean, I have to admit, I never met Nomi, for example. I know Ruben because I've seen his channel and he's been on before. But it's really nice to see the people behind the name for a change, and it's really nice.
An actual girl.
It's an actual girl, yeah. And I have to say, Mila's awesome, and Nomi's awesome too. So
yes,
yeah,
that's becoming.
We have awesome women in this community.
I am a natural born female, so none of.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Not has to be a thing.
Yeah, I'm a dude.
Am I a man?
I'm a dude. There's no way in hell I would turn my camera on.
Don't you dare!
I'm just messing with you.
Yes,
I'm a man, baby.
I agree. Mila has a great voice. I love the
Love
accent.
Oh my god, I'm blushing.
Don't you blush.
Everybody loves my accent.
Oh, I just saw. Oh my god, I just saw your avatar. I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah, Cajun Corey does have like
Pepe
a
needs love. Pepe needs love.
He does. He has a lot of issues, probably from just being memed. Poor guy.
Poor Pepe.
I'm Pepe then. Yeah, it's me. That's me. That's basically. I love that.
So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to the chat. And next time, it'll be the next member stream will be what, May the.
It's gonna be May
4th. Oh.
Wow. I like how naturally that came out.
Sorry.
May the 6th, which is also apparently 40K day at the store I bought my 40K Warhammer. So it may not actually be that. It might be the 13th if I end up going. So we will see.
It may not be in May?
No, it'll be in May, but it won't be the first weekend of May. Just like this one wasn't the first weekend because I was busy pulling a prank on y'all.
I may not be able to join, but yeah.
That's okay.
I'm going on a cruise.
I miss you. Oh, wait. I'm seeing who's going to Vegas?
Wow.
I'm going. I'll be there.
Wait, who's going to Vegas? Who else is going?
Me. I'm driving.
I wish I could. I can't.
I can't.
I can't.
I know. I'm so jealous. The mods, just Discord mods, are making a meetup in Dallas, and I can't go, and I'm just so sad. I want to go so bad.
You can come with me.
When's the Dallas one? Summer.
Oh no, Houston.
Houston.
Oh.
Sorry, my bad. Texas. I'll just say Texas. Blanket statement. Texas. So.
Texas.
But
I know it's too close to my trip.
I'll make you a little Mexican care package, X-ray girl.
Ah! Do you want? You have to tell me what you want in your Canadian care package.
Okay. I'll give you my number in a second. But yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds
All
good.
right. But I had fun. Yes.
Chat. We'll see you later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.